welcome to our podcast, and I'm Montrado Tarung as a host, and my friend.
Respa Raditya, but you can call me Respa.
I'm Gisela Lestari, but you can call me Anggi.
My name is Eka Pura Fitriani, you can call me Ian.
My name is Rafa Nafisa, you can call me Rafa.
My name is Gideon Pratitina, you can call me Gine.
My name is Naisha Masari, you can call me Naisha.
My name is Eriko Fikrianur, you can call me Erik.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Montrado Tarung, and I'm very happy to accompany you in this episode. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us. Today, we will discuss one of the most important public health issues that still affects millions of people around the world, namely HIV or human immunodeficiency virus. This topic is often surrounded by fear and misunderstanding, so our goal is to provide clear, reliable information and encourage more open discussion. Many people have heard of HIV, but not everyone truly understands it. Hopefully, by explaining HIV in a simple and accurate way, we can help raise awareness and reduce stigma. So let's start this conversation by understanding what HIV actually is and why it's so important to talk about it.
Thank you, Montrado. Hello everyone, I'm Eriko Fikrianur and I'll also be accompanying you in this episode. I'm very happy to be able to share useful information with all of you. Before we go any further, it's important to understand why the discussion of HIV is still very relevant today. Even though HIV treatment has developed rapidly and information is increasingly accessible, there are still many misconceptions circulating about how HIV is transmitted and how it affects daily life. Many people are reluctant to talk about HIV because they feel the topic is sensitive or uncomfortable. However, this silence only serves to increase fear and stigma that is completely unnecessary. By discussing it openly and based on facts, we can help break down stigma and encourage people to think more critically and wisely. Throughout this episode, we will explore what HIV is, how it's transmitted, how to prevent it, and how someone living with HIV can still lead a healthy and productive life. So let's begin with an introduction to HIV.
Okay, continuing from the host explanation, HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. This virus attacks the immune system, especially CD4 cells, making the body weaker and more susceptible to infection. When these cells decrease, the body becomes less able to fight off common diseases. HIV is transmitted through specific bodily fluids such as blood, semen, vaginal fluid, and breast milk. Transmission usually happens through unprotected sexual intercourse, sharing needles, unsafe blood transfusion, or from mother to child during pregnancy or breastfeeding. It is also important to remember that HIV cannot spread through everyday activities like hugging, shaking hands, or sharing food. Many people still misunderstand this, and this misconception often led to fear and stigma. By understanding how HIV actually spreads and how it doesn't, we can create a more supportive and informed environment.
That's right. Another thing to understand is that HIV is different from AIDS. HIV is the virus, while AIDS is a condition that can develop if HIV is left untreated for a long period of time. With antiretroviral therapy or ART, people living with HIV can lead normal, healthy lives. Talking openly about HIV is crucial to reducing stigma and discrimination. Education helps the community better understand that HIV is not something to be feared, but rather something we need to understand so that we can support one another. It's also important to remember that HIV cannot be transmitted through casual contact like hugging, sharing food, or talking to someone. By spreading correct information, we can create a safer and more compassionate environment for everyone. When we choose empathy over judgment, we empower people living with HIV to seek treatment, stay healthy, and live with dignity.
Thank you for Nisha and Reva.
First
Now let's
question for
move
Nia and
on
Anna.
this question session.
Why do you think people are still afraid to reluctant to talk openly about HIV?
In my opinion, stigma is the main cause. Many people are afraid of being judged if they ask questions or want to get tested. Stigma is often the main barrier that prevents people from accessing HIV testing. People are afraid that if their HIV status becomes known, they will be shunned. Stigma is a major barrier because people consider the risk of social discrimination to be greater than the health risk of not knowing their status.
I agree. In addition to stigma, misinformation also causes fear in public. Many people still believe that HIV can be transmitted through casual contact, such as touching, hiking, or sharing eating utensils, due to a lack of access to accurate information. These myths continue to spread from one person to another. This misunderstanding not only increase fear, but also triggers discrimination against people living with HIV. Moreover, open and consistent education in schools, community, and various media platforms is essential to break the chain of misinformation and help the public understand the facts about HIV transmission.
Okay, thank you. Next question. In your opinion, what is the most effective solution to reduce HIV transmission, especially among young people?
Comprehensive sex education is essential to equip young people. They need to know how HIV is transmitted and how to prevent it, as well as understand the importance of health checkups and regular testing. This is key to making safe decisions and fighting stigma. In summary, reducing HIV among young people requires a synergy between empowering them with knowledge and skills, protecting them with effective medical tools, and ensuring all services are accessible, supportive, and non-discriminatory.
In addition, your friendly health services are also needed. Many young people are afraid to go to clinic because they fear being judged. Clinic must be safe place so that they are willing to get tests, receive counseling, and obtain preventive tools such as condom or PrEPs.
Thank you very much for Tunia and Angi for the very information presentation. We have heard the basic explanation of HIV, the challenge of stigma, and solution to prevent transmission, especially among the younger generation.
Before we close this session, let's hear the conclusion and educational message for our last two speakers so that today's important point can be summarized properly.
Okay, from today's discussion, we learned that HIV is not something to be feared, but something to be understood. With the right information, people will be more courageous in getting tests and starting early treatment. ART therapy allows a person to suppress the amount of virus to undetectable levels, thereby greatly reducing the risk of transmission. Early testing and ongoing treatment are essential for maintaining health and protecting others. We must continue to fight the stigma that prevents people from seeking help. The key is education and monitoring. We need to educate the students while they eat, educate the parents at home, and educate the community wherever they are. Everyone deserves access to correct information and safe health service without feeling ashamed or afraid. HIV is not the end of someone's life. With support, love, and proper treatment, people living with HIV can continue to dream, work, and contribute to society just like anyone else. Together, through knowledge and compassion, we can build a community that is stronger, more aware, and free from discrimination.
I completely agree with this viewpoint. It is important to remember that individuals living with HIV face challenges that go far beyond their medical condition. In many cases, they also carry the emotional burden of social pressure and fear of being treated differently. Many of them worry about the possibility of being rejected or socially or isolated by their community. Even though HIV has nothing to do with a person's values, characters, or morality, the stigma they experience often makes their situation even more difficult. As members of society, it is our responsibility to offer compassion, support, and understanding rather than judgment or critics. Providing accurate education to the public is crucial as it helps dispel myths and misinformation that create fear. When people are properly informed, they are more likely to seek testing and treatment without feeling ashamed or unsafe. In addition, this kind of awareness also encourages a more inclusive environment. Most importantly, HIV cannot be transmitted through casual daily interactions such as talking, shaking hands, or sharing space. As a result, there is absolutely no justification for excluding, avoiding, or discriminating against individuals living with HIV. Moreover, with encouraged empathy, open-minded, and community support, we can build a healthier, more caring, and stigma-free environment where everyone feels valued and protected.
Thank you to all speakers for a very meaningful discussion.
And thank you to our listener for tuning into this episode. Remember, education saves life. Stay informed, stay aware, and let's fight stigma together. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye.